Afternoon. Second live of the day. Unless you're rewatching it, you see the title: Deion Sanders in Colorado football Week 1 update. We're gonna give you a Week 1 update. Now they have a prime time spot for Coach Prime. The first game on Week 1. He's not the first game of the year, but he's still coming first. Yeah, coming first on ESPN, I believe, against North Dakota State, the Alabama of FCS. Now we just saw. I gotta warn you, Coach Prime, if you're watching, we just saw New Mexico, a FBS program, out your way out west, go down at home against Montana State. That's one of the big boys on the FCS level. But North Dakota State, North Dakota State actually is 6 of 7 in their last 7 matchups against FBS programs, because they're the Alabama of FCS. Yes, they the big dogs. South Dakota State been winning lately, but they got a coaching change because 11-4 in second round and third round of playoffs is actually a disappointment for North Dakota State. So that ought to tell you what you're dealing with. They got 8 preseason FCS All-Americans. But this is about Colorado, not just their opponent. So first, let me dive into the Athlon preview. I'm not going to pull that up because I got so much up on the computer. I'm going to just read some things off to you. Now, this is for the preseason preview that was written up a little over a month ago. It says, with the hype of Coach Prime's Power 5 debut, well, they mean Power 4 because it's now 4 conferences. RIP to the Pac-12. Okay, so Colorado enters 2024 trying to silence the naysayers, and Coach Prime's Deion Sanders will lean on an array of transfers to carry the load once again. With quarterback Shedeur Sanders and cornerback/wide receiver Travis Hunter in the fold for one more year, anything short of a postseason bid would be a letdown for the Buffs. Okay? Well, I agree with that so far. It says quarterback Shedeur Sanders looks to build a record-setting 2023 that featured 3,230 yards passing and 27 touchdowns. And that was with Colorado's offensive line giving up a Power 4 worst 56 sacks. An issue that is being addressed with significant additions, as in 5-star Jordan Seaton from IFG Academy, along with others. Sorry, kind of tongue-tied. Travis Hunter was the most electrifying player in college football. I totally agree. Last year, an average of whopping 116 snaps per game. That's offense, defense, and special teams. Despite missing 3 games due to a lacerated liver, Hunter finished second on the team with 57 catches for 721 yards and 5 touchdowns. He also tied for the team lead with 3 interceptions and led the team with 5 pass breakups. Hunter's performance was strong enough to earn him the 2023 Paul Hornung Award. Paul Hornung played back with leather helmets, and the leather cleats, the long spikes, the Johnny Unitas, you name Thorpe Awards. He played with them kind of guys. Probably played with Heisman. But anyway, back to this. Get into the most valuable player in college football. So this is actually college football MVP. Not the Heisman is just the best player. So the Paul Hornung Award went to Travis Hunter. So way to go, Travis. Like Sanders, this will be his final year with the Buffaloes. And both are expected to go off the board among the top 10 picks in next year's draft. That's what I was speaking about with Cam Ward. See, he's being compared to Shedeur, and he performed and outperformed Shedeur sometimes. But Shedeur is the top 10 pick. It's not a Miami show, but look up the Miami when I did it. Pat Shurmur takes over offensive coordinator duties and brings a pro-style approach. I knew that name from the pros. He should make the offense more multidimensional after the Buffs had one of the nation's worst rushing attacks. They had only 827 total yards on the ground for the year. It's people that average 100 yards a game, so that would be 8 games. That's between the running backs and the quarterback rushing. So they do take off for sacks. Now, as far as the defense, Coach Sapp, that's what we're looking for, the defense. Previewing Colorado's defense for 2024. Colorado's defense allowed an average of 453.3 yards and 34.8 points per game. That's atrocious, man. That is disgusting. Go get the garbage can. All the sanitation department. But okay, we gonna move on. It says they were both in the top 10. They were in the bottom 10 nationally in points and yards given up. This season promises improvement with the infusion of talent in strategic changes. That strategic change, Coach Sal, Damian Lewis. That's the change. But anyway, let's move on. Okay, keys to the key to their prospects is Hunter, who will continue to anchor the secondary and also step up as a leader. The team welcomes a notable influx of transfers such as Sam Okinlola, that's the brother of Samson Green from Arizona State. They got Quincy Wiggins from LSU, all four-star defensive linemen expected to make an immediate impact. These additions are 2-5, so that basically means 4 down linemen, 2 inside linebackers, and either an outside linebacker or a cornerback, depending on the personnel. So that's where you get 5 from. That would be 5 DB, 4 DBs, and a nickelback or a linebacker. That's athletic. Under the direction of new defensive coordinator Robert Livingston, whose background as an NFL secondary coach has prepared him for this role. So this is like those old Miami teams where they would promise the mothers, you will get coached by NFL coaches. Because the old Miami teams, when they give Howard Snellenberger and a lot of those guys, if you go look it up, the Dane Watt stats, that's why they were able to go back to the league. A lot of guys that were assistants with the Dolphins when they went undefeated with the 72 Dolphins, the Hurricanes were smart enough to go over there and get some of the guys to get on higher positions as college coaches, and that basically became a farm for an NFL coaching job. But let's get back to Colorado. I was just showing you where Deion got that idea from, surrounding with a bunch of pro guys. So they know they're going to the pros. It says, this will be an improved group, but as with any rebuild, there's questions to answer as far as chemistry. Now, remember when they asked him in that interview, I know we passed that because Deion, tightened up the media relationship, which we're going to touch on in a second. But remember when I was like, what about the chemistry? He was like, chemistry? A lot of y'all ain't got no chemistry at home. That was funny, But shout out to Coach Prime. Let's get to the special teams. Kicker Alejandro Mata, who followed head coach Deion Sanders from FCS Jackson State, nailed 10 to 12 field goal attempts. So they were already good on special teams, including a game winner in Tempe against Arizona State. He will be joined for a second straight year by Australian punter Mark Bissett. Okay? So they actually got them ranked 50 nationally. So that's not a top 25. That's actually 25 times 2. But hey, they get closer. They definitely not in the hundreds. It's 134 FBS teams. Now, let's take a look at the preview for Thursday night. So I'm gonna go ahead and screen share. Matter of fact, yeah, we're gonna make a U-turn to that. I want to touch on Instagram. I love the gram, like Yo Gotti said. So let's go check out their Instagram and see what Colorado's doing. Let's see what pops up. I'm just curious. I wonder if Colorado's on Instagram. I wonder. I wonder these things sometimes. You think Colorado on Instagram? You boom! I ain't hard to find. As soon as you pop up on Instagram, what do you see on an NFL page? But hey, sometimes they call it cover Colorado because they got a lot of NFL prospects. You see Shedeur Sanders update. It was not moving for me. Come on, man. Technical difficulties. Give me 1 second because it's acting up. Well, anyway, I was trying to surprise you guys, but basically, Shedeur Sanders, here you go. He signed a deal with Nike. So that's all it was saying, He's at a Nike school, but now you know what time. Yeah, you know what time it is. Basically, he got his watch hold up. I ain't got no watch. Let me get my watch real quick so I could be a part of it. I ain't got no iced out watch. You got to put it on the left arm. But basically, because I saw the frat girls. No, I mean the sorority girls. Yeah, we don't want no frat girls. Yeah, no disrespect. But yeah, I saw the sorority girls at Colorado. They're even doing the Shedeur. Because he got that rap song Perfect Timing. So, what time it is, I might have to throw up my watch, Yeah, mine don't shine, it just tell time. But let's go look at Colorado's Instagram and see some videos, because I know you guys want some proof. You want some video footage. I should have did that with my hurricane update, but there's plenty of hurricane videos out there. You can find them. Just type in hurricanes like I'm typing in Colorado. But let's get to Colorado. Because I know you guys want to see some video proof. I know y'all some fiends. The game is tomorrow night. Today is Wednesday. We're recording this. We do our weekly updates on this channel for different teams. But let's just check out what's going on in the world of Colorado. Got Well Off Media on YouTube with his son, Bucky, Deion Jr. when he, gives daily reports. Okay, woo! So they getting the field ready. They putting the Big 12 logo there because they were formerly of the Pac-12. Now they putting that Big 12 there. Okay, so they getting the field ready. Let's see what else they got going on. I like that Buffalo. And see the black and gold because they coming back out with the Deion Sanders shoes. So maybe that's part of Shadur's deal because I think they're coming out with the white and gold for Colorado. They already got the black and gold and they coming out with the white and gold. You remember the Deion turf shoes, the sneakers from Nike back in the day? I wonder if we could find. I'm gonna try to find that in a second. But let's just look at this nice video. They getting it ready, But they may have something about them shoes on here. This just some pictures from practice and stuff. That was his son Shiloh, the safety. They looking real good. When I did my series on fall camp, that boy get some air up there. He hurdling somebody. Okay, Olympics. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all said Olympics, not Ozempic. Yeah. We don't cheat the fat. You got to beat the fat. Okay, here goes another video. Nice little pass from Shadur. They in just shorts. Okay. All right. So game of the week, North Dakota State. And I know a lot of people like, how is this the game of the week? Trust me, this is game of the week. It will be on ESPN. Prime time on Thursday. What did Nick Saban have to say about it? He said, I'm all in. I'm all for Coach Prime. I'm sorry, I said all in because I'm all in. Okay. So I'm all for Coach Prime, man. He's doing a great job at Colorado. I think they'll take the next step in terms of a team this year. So that's coming from the GOAT. That's coming from the GOAT, Nick Saban. And I know they're brothers in crime because they do the this first day of school. Coach Prime supports education first. But these their first day of school pictures for everybody mama that didn't see their kids because they going to school. Here go your sons. But basically, I know the Affleck commercials got Coach Saban and Deion close, so I'm not sure if they already knew each other from the league because he was coaching in the league when Deion was playing. But basically it's gonna be some big things going on in Boulder, Colorado, Thursday night, which is tomorrow night. It's no audio, but he's basically talking to kids, giving them one of his Coach Prime speeches, doing his best Bobby Bowden impression. But enough for the Instagram. Now let's get to I'm gonna try to bring up them shoes too. Athlon. Let's get to Athlon and let's see about the season game preview. See what they're saying about North Dakota State because they are a threat, but I do predict that Colorado will pull it through. Colorado just got to take that Florida State. Deion, even though he's disgruntled right now, he's a Florida State alumni. I mean, maybe he's not because he got a lot of Florida State transfers. I don't know what's that situation with his old school because he used to love them. But basically, long story short, learn from the mistakes of your alma mater, Coach Prime. They took Georgia Tech lightly, and they got dealt with, and they do have a better team than Florida State. Learn from New Mexico. I'm gonna be honest, New Mexico wasn't more talented than Montana State. They probably was equal in talent, but they blew a big lead, like a 17, 14-point lead to Montana State. So you got to finish the game. Colorado has blown leads in the past, but we got Coach Sapp. We got the defensive coordinator from the NFL that was a defensive backs coach. We got Coach Damian Lewis. I've seen the video evidence. You saw the evidence. You can go on Well Off Media to see more video, but this is not the same Colorado. To go on Orlads and see the roster. Since this game is tomorrow, I'm pretty sure that that's an updated roster on Orlads. But give me 1 second. We're gonna pull it up so you can see it. Of course, Shador is starting at quarterback. Let's see who's starting on that O-line besides Jordan Seaton. And let's see who's starting at the running back position because that's very important. Remember, they said that they had like 827 rushing yards. So we want to see who's going to anchor that running game. Is it going to be a 2-man job, the 3-man job? A lot of teams rotate. So before we go to before we go to Athlon, let's go to Orlads and check out the projected Colorado. I'm sorry, no, we went to the wrong website. Yeah, give me 1 second. We're gonna go to Orlads and we're gonna look at the depth chart. So while I'm waiting for it to load, see, I got too many things opened up. Just give it 1 second. So basically, Travis Hunter, as you know, will be at wide receiver and corner. I don't know if he's starting at wide receiver. There's a guy, Shepard from Vanderbilt. Okay, so now it's coming up. There's Shepard from Vanderbilt. He was already a good receiver in the S. I won't even say more exposure because Vanderbilt's on TV just like Colorado. But I do feel like him playing with an NFL quarterback in Shedeur is going to be better for him to show what he can do rather than playing with a guy. I don't know. I don't even know who Vanderbilt's quarterback is because they actually lost 2 quarterbacks to the transfer portal. One with the Sorry about that. I'm back. So sorry. Yeah. So as I was saying, yeah, they got Will Shepard at wide receiver. I don't know what happened just then, but let me show you the Colorado roster really quick. Maybe I had too many tabs open, but anybody, I see somebody watching live. Thank you for watching. So we just went over Colorado game for tomorrow, where they're basically going to be facing North Dakota State, which is a big time team out the FCS. So yes, Travis Hunter will still be starting at wide receiver. We also have the for Omari Miller. I've heard good things about him. And do you know a coach like Coach Prime? He loves to rotate. He loves to play young guys. I remember a lot of schools going after him, SEC schools, but they actually run 4 wide. So LeJontay Webster, I saw a thing with him and his father or whatever. You can go look that up where Coach Prime was supporting his dad, for him to come home. That's a big thing. Now, at O-line, we got Jordan Seaton, the 5-star. Then you have Tyler Brown. Then at center, you got Hank Zelinska. I'm sorry, yeah. Certain Italian names and certain Russian names. I'm not saying these Russian, they're kind of hard to pronounce. Okay, then we got Justin Mayers. Transfers right here. I believe Hank was already in the program. He's a soft. Tyler Brown. I think Tyler Brown is the guy that followed Coach Prime last year from Jackson State, and he had to sit out, but he was already at Colorado. So these aren't new additions. Jordan Seaton's been there since the spring. So even though he's a freshman, once you've been here about 9 months, we don't consider you a freshman. Now, everybody knows about Shedeur, but the main thing I want to look at is this running game. So Charlie Offerdale, redshirt junior at running back. It's going to be a lot of pressure on him for the play action and for the pass blocking and even catching out of the backfield because you yards is not going to cut it for Colorado. They have too good of an offense in the passing that you just need an adequate running game. You don't have to be, you don't have to be Walter Payton out there. You just have to do enough that we know that you can run the ball. You know what I mean? And he actually was a walk-on, I believe, and now they giving him a scholarship. So shout out to Coach Prime. He's standing at 5'11", 185, but he is a physical guy, even though he's under 200. Hopefully, he can do his job, as far as blocking, catching. And then we got Dylan Hayden, a sophomore, along with Isaiah Augustov. So these 3 guys are going to be the main guys in that backfield. We got Charlie, we got Dalen or Dylan. I think it's Dalen. Okay, Dalen and Isaiah. So Isaiah, Dalen, and Charlie, we're gonna need you to protect Shedeur by running the ball so that blitz slows down, by catching the ball on those screens, and by pass protecting. We really need that running game to improve. Then on the defense, Coach Sapp got you, baby. And then you already know the defensive coordinator is the defensive back coach along with Coach Prime. So this defense should improve. So now we got BJ Green transfer. We got Wanquo, the transfer, Chidozie Wanquo. Then we got Shane Cokes. Shane Cokes. He's the only guy I believe that's from last year. Then you got Deion Hayes. You also got a lot of backups. You got Anquan Barnes. You got Rayon Bull. And the reason why I went to these D tackles first is because I know how Coach Sapp and Coach Damian Lewis are at that defensive line. They have a real just a real effect. Another guy you need to look out for, and his brother, maybe next year as a backup quarterback or starter when Shador leaves. You see Dustin Wade. He was like a 3-star, 4-star from Kentucky, SEC guy. Him and his twin brother, Keaton Wade. Watch Keaton Wade. That kid is huge. He is no joke. I can see him coming in as a pass rusher. Now, the linebacker position, they still got Levante Bentley, and then they got Trevor Woods. So they're running that 4-2-5 scheme. Then you got DJ McKinney transferring in that cornerback. Going opposite of Travis sometimes, because Travis will actually be in the nickelback position. And then we got Preston Hodge on the 1-year transfer. That's going to be at the opposite corner on the right side. Shiloh Sanders, graduate transfer. He's been there for 2 years now. He's an NFL guy, late round pick, trying to move up. And then you got Cameron Craig at safety. So these two safeties are still returning, so at least you got some consistency there. You also have Savion Riley by way of Vanderbilt / Miami. So now let's switch over and see what they're saying about the opponent in the preview for the game. Now, if you look up the preview for tomorrow's game, it says it's year 2 of Deion Sanders' era at Colorado kicks off on Thursday. The Buffaloes opened Sanders' tenure with an impressive upset of TCU last year, which was coming off a runner-up to the national championship game. In week 1 last season, okay, it says in week 1 last season. Okay, on paper Thursday against FCS program, North Dakota State shouldn't be as daunting. But as any experienced college football fan knows, the Bison are not to be taken lightly. Squinting trying to see. Just work with me, okay? Deion Sanders rebuilt Colorado's roster on the fly in 2023, bringing in an unprecedented number of transfers, including his son, quarterback Shador Sanders, and his other son, defensive back Shiloh Sanders, along with Athlon All-American wide receiver / cornerback Travis Hunter. The Buffaloes took great steps from where they were in 2022. Yeah, I think they only won 1 game in 2022, but had major holes along the offensive and defensive lines. Sanders once again heavily utilized the transfer portal as a primary method of building the program, with more than 40 transfers joining the team in 2024, with a similar number transferring out as well. So they gained 40 and lost about 40. Changes in the air at North Dakota State as well, with first-year coach Tim Pulisic looking to get the Bison back to the top of the FCS. He inherits a talented roster left behind by Matt Enix, who's departing for an assistant coaching job at USC. Well, at least Colorado don't have to see USC again. Now this is what I want to talk about. This will be the first game between Colorado and North Dakota State University. The Bison are no stranger to FBS foes. FBS meaning Division I. Okay, because FCS is Division I AA, basically. However, and have 6 straight wins against them dating back to 2010. So this includes a 2010 win against Kansas, which wasn't a good team. Minnesota in 2011, which is usually a good team. They shouldn't have lost, but hey, North Dakota's no joke. Then North Dakota State upset Kansas State, which was a good team in 2013. Then Iowa State in 2014, which that wasn't a good team, but them beating Iowa, not Iowa State, them beating Iowa in 2016. That shows Colorado do not sleep on North Dakota State. This is a real program. This is the Alabama of the FCS. So the game will be on ESPN, 8 o'clock Eastern time on Thursday. The over and under total points is 60 points, so they're expecting like 30 apiece, or maybe like 35 to 28. I don't know. They have the spread, Colorado -10. Do not take that spread. Colorado's going to win by a field goal or a touchdown. I'm telling you right now. It's in Boulder, but North Dakota State is not to be played with. It says why Colorado will win. Colorado has some of the most talented players in the country, led by Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter, and All-American, talented on both sides of the ball. The explosive offense flashed at times in 2023, but was severely hampered by offensive line play as Sanders was sacked a FBS high 52 times. So that new improved offensive line should be the reason why they're going to win. It's basically saying Portland in the offensive line is a tall task, but this new look group is a step up from the Buffs' 2023 line, and it would be hard to be worse. Sanders should have time to pick apart the Bison secondary that will be without a FCS All-American safety Cole Wieniski. So basically, that's the update for Colorado. Shout out Coach Prime. Shout out all you crazy Buff fans. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you think. And go Colorado.